is up, guys? This is our first reaction video and we're watching Cloak and Dagger live, like as we speak.
Hey, 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 hey. Yo, Marvel is killing it. I really like that scene. Oh, bro.
Dude, this music is insane.
Yo.
Dude.
What was that?
I freaking love this show.
Each moment was like closing in on their particular climax, and then it like went to commercial.
It doesn't feel unbalanced, which is like really interesting because that's what the show is about. It's about the balance between the two characters. Alright guys, so here we are with the reaction of the reaction of Cloak and Dagger. The first 2 episodes.
Yeah, those were 2.
Yeah, it was great. It was like a 2-hour release. So there was like a whole bunch of commercials and stuff, so it was probably actually like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk characters.
I want to say as a whole, I really liked the connection between both of the main characters, so Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Their names, what are their names?
Tandy and Tyrone.
Tandy and Tyrone. And you said what? You said TNT, right? Or
yeah, TNT.
Yeah. Both mind bombs.
Yeah.
But I really liked when they met up in the episode, they did a great job with knowing their past, knowing who they were in the past, and then connecting that to the present, and kind of how they introduced each other was very cool. I really like Tyrone. I like that they're kind of not like millennial 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
They're not like rude to their parents. They're not. This is not that type of show. This is a very like serious, but like it's got its comical, kind of sides. But Tyrone's connection with his family is very good, and then with his minister. Yeah. I really like the connection with them.
I love the minister's character as well, because he's kind of like, I don't know, he's not Obi-Wan, but he's like that person who,
he's not Obi-Wan,
but he's the person who's like giving wisdom, like trying to get Tyrone to stay on the right track, that type of thing. Yeah, I would say Tandy and Tyrone, like they're the main ones. I like them.
I really like the pairing between Tandy. Are we giving spoilers?
If you don't want spoilers, we'll just say we'll put like a number here for you to skip through what we're about to talk about. So we're gonna give you 5 seconds to think about it.
Okay, spoilers. Yeah. So Tandy and her boyfriend. I really like that the boyfriend isn't just some Joe Schmo like.
Yeah, he isn't like a tool.
Yeah, I thought
he genuinely cares for her, like.
Right, dude, and I thought it was gonna be like one of those kind of boyfriend types, but it wasn't. Like, he truly cares for Tandy, and because of Tandy's past, she just runs from anything terrible, obviously. Which
she runs from change.
Yeah, she runs from change. If she has to change as a person and trust somebody else, she runs. And I really thought that like after she had done it like 3 times, I was like, okay, like now it's gonna work, and then still she ran.
But it's just showing like how human we are. Like sometimes we're just stuck in our habits, and habits are hard to change. Yeah. And so Tammy's habit was just running away from very intense emotional things, and so she's still doing that. Like she still hasn't discovered in 2 episodes of the show the development of her character is still like, we're still getting to know Tammy as who she is right now. And so that was really cool. The settings, so like the plot, the world, I think it's set in, it's pretty interesting. I think they're in New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans.
I thought they were in New York for some reason, because you
always think it's
you always think it's in New York because it's Marvel.
It's Marvel. That's true.
Like most of the characters are in New York. Like you have the Defenders, that's Hell's Kitchen. You have like Avengers, they had their tower in New York. Now they're upstate New York. So I just kind of assumed that it was in New York, but it's in New Orleans, which is interesting. And it was a good setting. It still feels like the city though. Like a lot of the scenes still feel like city, like very inner city, because there's a lot of like drugs and like street activity. Yeah, street activity.
I would say that. I would definitely say.
I enjoy that. I think the show is like with plot and things like that. They haven't given anything away where people can just like check out and think, okay, I know everything that's gonna happen. Like a lot of times in the reaction, I was like, okay, because I've seen a lot of TV shows. Like Matt's seen a lot more movies. I've seen a lot more TV shows, so I can see like how looking or like sharpening on a certain object could intend like the character using that or whatever. But it was still good to see how they did it. Like sometimes you can tell like, okay, this might happen, but seeing how they brought those actions or those scenes about, it was like really interesting and very real. Like very
I'm very critical with acting and the way words are delivered.
We'll meet you out there in the sauce.
Oh, we got the pizza and the wings.
Oh,
so
thank you, Crossroads, for the items. But yeah, we'll talk real quick about the other stuff that we
Yes, so I was saying, very analytical, I guess I would say, about acting and the way lines are delivered. There was only like two lines where I had said, ooh, I wish, and it's something small, because I think it was a conversation between the mom, or no, it was between the boyfriend and Tandy. And she had like stopped what she was saying right before she was about to say it, and then stopped, and he goes, oh, you know, you do that all the time. And she's like, what? And he says, every time you're about to say something, you just stop. And I feel like that's a very consistent line in a lot of shows. I wish he would have like said, every time you're about to say something important, because obviously that kind of just gives it that a little bit more specific, but also that, okay, this was something important that she was going to bring up. Also with acting and like character development was very good. I was very I don't know, I don't want to say surprised that I thought it was going to be bad, because I didn't. I was just like, there's been a lot of superhero shows
especially recently, and I haven't heard very good things about them. And I've seen like a couple, you know, clips and half episode stuff, and it just wasn't that like pulling in. But when I saw there was a scene on Instagram, the interaction between Tyrone and his mom, and just the words, and like the heart, I really felt like they could have been mom and son. Yeah. And that's like what you want in a show. It's very good. Very well done. Music. For me, music makes or breaks it for me for a TV show. Like there's this one show, Lost in Space. I love that show. It's really good. It kind of ends out of nowhere, which is what you would expect with like a Netflix original. Like they're setting up for more seasons, that type of thing. But sometimes there's some points where I feel like the score was just a little too happy for the situation that they were putting themselves in, because it was more like I don't know how to describe it, more like it had a lot of trumpets, very like high, and like they were in a beautiful like landscape where they were in, but it was like the situation that they were in, like I don't want to give away the show, the situation that they were in, I felt like if they had like maybe a darker tone to it, it would have been more like impactful. Yeah. But for this
kind
show,
of like with 13 Reasons Why, they just like
there was
in
like
the first episode of season 2, it just was like happy. And I was like,
well, I just personally, that's not my style. Like the song that they chose wasn't like my style of music, and it kind of like it was jarring. Maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe is that kind of contrast between the music and the setting. But yeah, so the music songs that they chose were very good, very like
I'm
good
vibes. I'm gonna shout out one song if I can find it.
Yeah, we kind of Shazam some of them because they were that good. And I love music. I love making playlists, that type of thing. So
and especially that we're both photographers and like, you know, I guess wannabe filmmakers. Music runs my photo shoots. Music, before I make a video, I find the song. Like when I film weddings, the song is so key. And you make cuts and you make transitions to the beat. And so if your client or something like doesn't like the song and you've already edited, 2 minutes of it, they're gonna have to wait another 2 or 3 weeks because I'm gonna have to find a whole new song. It's gonna change the whole mood of what I was thinking during filming the wedding.
Yeah.
And it's, if they already have, what's great, if they already have a song picked out, I listen to that song like 2 weeks before the wedding. And then I sometimes I'll have my headphones in when I'm filming and I'm listening to the song.
Wow. And
it helps me just, this sparks, and like, look at that tree, like, look at the sun's
for me, music, like, it helps me navigate my creativity. It influences my creative process, whether I'm like editing a photo, if I hear like a certain song, that certain vibe goes with it. So like if you look at my Instagram stories, like my most recent one was one of my friends, Keith, and it's just like, it has like a little grain over it, almost like an old-timey like TV effect, and then the song has kind of that radio vibe to it as well. So you can feel like the connection between the photo, the video, and the song. Talking about that,
I'm gonna play the song a bit.
Yeah, one of the songs that we heard was
by
really good.
Jai Wolf. Jai Wolf. I thought I was gonna play on my speaker.
It's giving you that like uncertainty, like things are happening, like a beginning type vibe.
Yeah, I think this is the one where they played over the Cloak and Dagger kind of theme. Was it, or was this?
I think it was like right after that.
Maybe this was after the party.
Yeah,
after the party scene, because it was. And like I try not to like compare it to like other shows, but it does like a little tiny bit have that kind of Stranger Things vibe. Maybe that's just because I'm like super obsessed with it. So it's
I cannot wait for season 3, by the way. Like, that's gonna be good. Hopefully we can do a reaction of the first episode of that. That'd be cool.
That'd be sick. Yeah, but anyways, music definitely like spot on. And, and it didn't distract from the flow.
It actually helped it a lot, which is what music, like that's why if anybody knows like Teen Wolf, that's why that show was so popular. So like the Teen Wolf idea, like it had a lot of, like my sister watches that show, I watch that show a little bit. So the music was so good in like bringing certain scenes, like if it was a love scene or if it was like an intense like lacrosse scene, or is it like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can feel the emotion and the pace of the scene with the music, and so they did it very well here, bringing like newer songs, pop artists, that type of thing, and it was good. So overall, I give this show a 10 out of 10 would recommend. I would say this, it's not a family show, but it's also, it does not go too far.
Yeah, it doesn't go too far. There's no like absurd scenes.
There's no obscenity.
There are some like, oh, they're kissing, oh, they're blah blah blah, they're doing whatever kind of stuff. But I mean, that's good. You're gonna find that in any type of show. But it doesn't go.
It doesn't like a lot of times. I think this is gonna be like my rant. A lot of times I think that people use like sex scenes and things like that, and it's too long and it distracts from the actual show. Like it doesn't push the plot. Like we understand these two people like each other, but I don't need to see what they do intimately to understand their relationship.
Exactly.
And so when you have like a 5-minute sex scene, like I'm probably not gonna watch your show anymore because of that. You know, I'm not gonna.
It's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, and it doesn't really like move the plot along at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, this TV show did a good job of showing like people's relationships without going too far.
Boom.
And it still kept me entertained throughout the whole show. So definitely check out Cloak and Dagger. Love you guys.
Every Thursday, freeform.com. You can watch it live on your computer.
I think every Thursday at 8 o'clock is gonna be the schedule. So for the summer, if you guys are looking for a new summer show, just got out of school, definitely hit up Cloak and Dagger. Alright guys, thanks for watching.